Hi guys, thanks for clicking play. Welcome to episode 26 of Bringing Back Brum. Today we take on Aston Villa at St Andrews. Obviously with both teams in contrasting form, it should be a fairly interesting game today. Got a couple of results to run through, a bit of news after the intro. So first, the newsy bits, and I've signed a new contract. 2-year extension to the current one till June 2021. I thought as things were going so well that I chanced my arm, asked the board, they were a bit apprehensive to give me a contract at the end of last season, so I was expecting them to say no. They didn't. So a 2-year extension till 2021, and I'm happy with that because I want this project to continue. After we played Swansea in the last episode, we took on Wigan at the DW Stadium. Isaac Cassell put us in front on the 21st minute. James Wilson doubled the lead 7 minutes later before Jax Mahoma wrapped up the win before half-time. But Reece Nelson and Sam Morsey made it interesting in the second half. Thankfully, we hung on for a 3-2 win. Then we took on Bristol City at St Andrews, and it was the late drama today. So Gaitan Bong was sent off for Bristol City in the 74th minute. Cekin and Doi put us in front in 87, only for Lukas Jutkovic to come back and bite us in the arse to equalise a minute later. So one apiece, but on the reflection of the game and in the stats, the draw was about right. We then welcomed Blackburn Rovers to St Andrews, and again it was very much the late show. Jack Marriott with the goal in injury time, on as a substitute, came up with the goods for his third goal of the season. Absolute corker from the edge of the box. I was up and running around the room because it was a pretty important goal, considering Blackburn had dominated the game. To nick it right at the death is what teams who get promoted from the Championship tend to do. Then we travelled to Ellen Road to take on Leeds United. James Wilson scored twice in the second half to put us 2-0 up. Kemar Roof pulled one back in the 92nd minute for Leeds. It's a good result, Ellen Road. They're not easy to beat at home, so I was delighted with 3 points. But last time out, we did come back to earth with a bit of a bump at the Amex, losing by 1-0. Borjan Baston with the only goal of the game, and to be fair, it was not something Brighton deserved on the balance of the statistics at least. But alas, the 9-game unbeaten run is over. Let's see what that does for the league table. After we've been to the medical centre, of course. So Jack Marriott has joined Tomek Calvert-Lewin in the medical centre. He's out with a sprained knee ligament, so it's up to 6 weeks for Jack Marriott. Calvert-Lewin's only going to be out for up to 3 days, but he is going to miss the game with Villa. But after all that, we are top of the league. So we are top of the league on goal difference from Derby. It's fairly tight up the top with us losing to Brighton. Derby and Wolves played each other as well when we played Brighton. So the top 4 are separated by 4 points. Now, you can't see today's opponents, Aston Villa. They're down in 21st place. They have had a shocking start to the season. They have sacked their manager. Michael Laudrup has gone. Kevin McDonald is in temporary charge until they find a replacement. Let's take a look at today's one to watch. One to watch. And probably the one shining beacon so far has been the form of Keenan Davis for Aston Villa. 6 goals from 7 Championship appearances. 9 goals in total. He's an okay player. Strength of 15, acceleration of 14, pace of 13, finishing of 13, determination, another one that stands out. He's not the reason Villa are doing badly. I think, if anything, if it wasn't for his goals, they'd probably be doing slightly worse. But they are struggling, which is very disappointing to see. Hopefully we can add to their misery today. So, taking a look at the match centre, we're favourites to win, which is very unusual. 4-5, Aston Villa 3-1, so the bookies have got it fairly stacked in our favour. 2 draws last season. Obviously, we're in first, they're in 21st. We're down as inconsistent. That was our first defeat in like 9 games. Aston Villa 3 defeats in 5. You can see why they got rid of Michael Laudrup, as they are very close to the trap door. A point for Sheffield United, or a win for Sheffield United, would take Aston Villa into the drop zone. So, incentive enough for us to beat them. So let's have a look at the 2 starting lineups, starting with ourselves. So we start with Johnson in goal. Colin, Morrison, Flint, Bryan, Kieftenbell, Ndoye, Adams, Dowell, Majoma, with Wilson up front. Aston Villa start with Thomas Glover in goal. El Mohammadi, Elphig, Terry, Chester, Bjarnason, Hurahan, Lansbury, Gill, Dragomir, with Hogan up front. So bragging rights are very much there for the taking today. Can we pick up a win over Aston Villa? Tunnel question. Different sort of challenge. Jonathan Codgers, I don't really care. Yeah, Jack Marriott's unlucky. Angus Gunn's been left out. So many questions. Yes, we can win. God. Let's get off and underway, shall we? Plays it to Maxine Collin. They're being very compact, Villa, which is good. They'll let us in down the sides, hopefully. Adams has gone past Chester. Flown past him. Awful cross, but he's flown past him. Elphig sends it back to Glover. Sends it along. Joe Bryan's underneath of it. Looking for Majoma. Into Dow. Into Ndoye. Roll it through. Don't shoot. Not when James Wilson's right in front of you. Majoma sends the ball in. Ndoye heads towards goal. Glover with the save. Parries it out but manages to collect it at the second attempt. Adams takes on Chester and beats him. Get the ball over. Sends it in. Checking Ndoye's there and into the net it goes. First half dominance is rewarded. He's done that a couple of times. Not in anything that's come to anything so far. But that is a good ball over. Checking Ndoye's goal, 4th of the season. Prolific for him. Johnson with the goal kick. Checking Ndoye's underneath it again. Finds Adams. Sends it up the line for Ndoye. Will he get it over? Yes, he will. James Wilson's there. Good save by the keeper. Thought it was in. Back to Bryan. What will he do? Sends it up the line. Can he get it over? Yes, he can. Checking Ndoye's on the end of it. Saved by the keeper. Caught at the second attempt. That is half time. That's as dominant a first half I think we've had so far in this series. No shots on target for Villa. No shots at all from Villa. And yet we are only a goal up. But hopefully there's more to come in the second half. Majoma. Into Kieftenbell. Onto Dowell. Wide for Adams. He's got Chester on the overlap. Doesn't really use him. Majoma's free in the box, and that's a poor header, considering he had so much time. Morrison sends it down the middle. That's a good ball in behind. James Wilson's there, and he's put it wide. Time to look at a change. It's going to be Tieran Dowell to come off. Jota's going to go on in his place. A bit more creativity in the middle of the park. We should be winning this by more than 1. Looking for Dragomir. Into Carlos Gill. Lansbury. Oh, thank goodness for that. That would be just our luck. Gonna make another change. Gonna get young Barker onto the field. Keenan Davis is coming on for Aston Villa. Delat. Hurahan. Morrison sends it long, looking for Wilson. He's going to need some help. Jota is coming. He's not going anywhere near the goal. James Wilson goes on his own, and it's saved by Glover. Gill with the corner. Barker heads away. Lansbury picks up the loose ball. Dragomir goes to the shot, and that's a daisy cutter for Sam Johnson. Dragomir into Davis. Good tackle. Michael Morrison. Jota with the free kick. And it's come out. Hurahan, but there is no time for them to get it forward. We have won the second city derby. I expected more than one, given Aston Villa's current state. They stay out of the relegation zone for the time being, but we are the early kickoff, so we go 3 points clear of Derby, but they haven't played yet this weekend. But yeah, we are top of the league. Say we are top of the league. Happy days. That's a good result. That's a very good result against Aston Villa. It's only the one. I know I was disappointed as much as you are. I thought we were going to smash them 3 or 4, but they were compact. They were difficult to break down. We did find the breakthrough. Checken and Doy with the goal. Who would have thought that was going to be the goal scorer? James Wilson missing an absolute sitter as well. Never would have expected James Wilson to miss a sitter. But there we are. He's only human. He's got plenty of goals so far this season. There will be more to come, I'm sure. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and would like to do so, please click the subscribe button down in the corner. That was episode 26 of Bringing Back Brum, a shift in power as we claim the second City derby. I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.